Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to viewers joining us across the BT Sport and the Queensberry social media pages. We are here at the O2 London, an iconic venue and a venue that's really become a bit of a home for British boxing over the last 10 to 15 years. We've seen world champions crowned, we've seen world titles lost. There's been upsets, there's been celebration, and there's been a lot of key moments created in this arena. We believe there'll be another key moment created November 26th when these two fellas collide. We've got the Ram from Derby, switch hitting Zach Parker, and we've got the Islington Gorilla, John Ryder, and the two collide for the WBO Interim Super Middleweight Championship. And what does that Super Middleweight Championship mean? What does that interim belt mean? Well, the winner will become the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez, and then Canelo will have a decision to make. Does he want to stick around and fight one of these fellas, or does he want to vacate? If he vacates, we've got new world champion from the UK. So that's a big fight coming up November 26th at the O2 London, right here where we are today, live on BT Sport. Tickets are on sale now via axs.com. And we encourage you to come along. It's going to be a cracking show. As you can see from the top table, there's plenty of talent here. Have a little look around. I mean, it's going to be a stellar undercard. And this isn't all of the undercard. There's guys like Hamza Shiraz and Sam Noakes who aren't here at this press conference today, but they will be in action on November 26th. Let's talk to some of these boys. Let's talk to some of the undercard. Let's start with arguably the best name I have ever heard in all of boxing, ever. 4-0, he's from Essex, and his name is Sonny Liston Ali. And I'm going to say that again. His name is Sonny Liston Ali. How are you?
Oh, good, thank you, mate. This is all mad, though. This is O2 Arena, buzzing.
You must be buzzing. I mean, this is fight number 5 for you. It's all gone pretty well so far. Big show, big arena. Tell us how much this means in the young career of Sonny Liston Ali.
I said it earlier in a few interviews, like, I never thought that when I turned over pro that on my 5th fight I'll be fighting at O2 Arena. Like, it's just literally surreal. Especially like for me, I've never even been O2, so for me to have my first time coming O2, I'm fighting there, like, it's crazy.
And for those that haven't seen you yet and seen your style, of course, we know what Sonny Liston was all about. A fearsome puncher back in the day. We know about Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. What's Sonny Liston Ali all about?
I'll probably go a bit more for like Muhammad Ali, of course, because he won. But yeah, I'll show you all 26th of November. I feel my last 4 fights, I don't think anyone's seen anything yet. I've still got a lot to show. Like I said, it's early on in my career, so you know what I mean. I've still got a lot to show.
And you must be feeling the improvements now. Of course, you're working with Will Jones. Ahara Davis is knocking about in the gym as well. Are you feeling yourself improve as a fighter?
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, I must be doing something right. Do you know what I mean? To put me on big shows like this, so I've just got to keep it up, and I keep winning. I haven't lost a round so far, so as long as I can keep that up, big things ahead. Hopefully, one day I'll be headlining here. Hopefully.
Well, look, I've got a big question for you before I move on. Big question. You better be ready for this one, Sonny. Who wins, Parker or Ryder?
Well, Geezer's sitting right next to me, so I'm going to have to go for him, I'm afraid. I think if I was sitting over there, I probably would have said Parker, but
dead leg either way,
yeah, Ryder.
By the way, John Ryder said it's a dead leg either way. Thank you very much, Sonny, and thank you for not sitting on the fence, although I think you were sort of a bit scared of John Ryder. Tommy Fletcher. We've gone from maybe the best name in boxing to arguably the best nickname in all of boxing. Where is he? Tommy Fletcher. They call you the Norfolk Nightmare. And we've seen you at the Manchester Arena. Now you're at the O2. Good time to be Tommy Fletcher, isn't it?
That's it, Dev. Yeah, I've had a good run so far. 2-0, 2 knockouts. I've boxed at Wembley and Manchester Arena. Now I'm on a great show at the O2 Arena. So I've got to keep pushing on, keep smashing them, keep putting them over, and keep stepping up. I'm sure I'll get there.
You are just 20 years old. Is that right? You haven't had a birthday? No. 20 years old, and you have been banging out grown men, like, for years now. I dread to think what's going to happen when you find your man strength.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still young. I'm only 20, but I've still got a long way to go. Still learning, But yeah, I've boxed 2 credible opponents so far, so I'll keep stepping up, and I believe I'll be up to winning titles in due time. Like, I'm on the undercard now, but I've got ambitions to headline shows in the future. So that's the level I want to get to.
Well, your trainer, Mark Tibbs, has put a fair bit of pressure on you. He said that you have the power of Deontay Wilder, but perhaps more IQ. How do you deal with statements like that are going out there to the media, and essentially it will put you under a bit of pressure?
Yeah, no, it's no pressure really. I think people have always said I've been strong on that, but I don't want to fall into a trap of if I win a fight and I don't stop them, then it's not going to be good enough. Like, as long as I win and look smart, because I can box, you know. There's been fights in the amateurs where I've been slick and not stopped anyone and just won on points. So I want to be known as just a slick boxer that can punch. You know, I'm definitely strong, but there's no pressure at all.
Well, I think you're about to be put under a bit of pressure, because I'm going to ask you the key question today: Parker or Ryder? Who you got?
I think it's a good 50-50 fight, but to be honest, I think I'd smash the pair of them on the same night, you know. But I'm out of firing range from them. But yeah, it's a good fight, you know, very good fight. I can't really call it. It's a good fight, a good 50-50.
Well, there you go, gents. If you fancy a future venture up to cruiserweight, Tommy Fletcher is indeed waiting for you. Thank you, thank you, Tommy.
Couple of packs of Haribos, and I'll have you. Couple of packs of Haribos, and I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tommy. Let's speak to a man challenging for his first title on November 26th. A very bright prospect. His name's Pierce O'Leary, sat on the end of the table there. Pierce, it's the WBC International Super Lightweight title, and I was saying to you, you click on this title on BoxRec, right? You go all the way down. You can see some very good names who have held this title in the past at some point in their career. Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Paulie Malignaggi. Are you of that ilk? Are you aware of that?
No, I wasn't aware of that until earlier on when you told me, and then I wasn't. I was more so with myself, like, yeah, and you know, like, I believe myself, and that's where they're the title fights that I need, because what Ricky done and everyone else done, we caught on something in the career. I can believe I can do further and go beyond them.
It's a sort of belt that puts you on the right path, though, isn't it? And it feels like you believe your path leads right to the top of this sport.
Well, 100%, it's going to bring me into the rankings after I give my opponent a KO and put me into the rankings, keep on climbing them ranks, and then fight for the WBC World title, which is the bright green one where I want.
It was a big bang. You call yourself the big bang. It was a big bang last time out. I mean, you sort of froze your opponent in time. I've never really seen a knockout like it. Do you feel you made a statement that night back in July?
Yeah, 100% I did. It was a pity that was in July where we had the summer break and the momentum got lost then because the boxing stopped. So yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping the momentum going out, putting another incredible performance on, and taking the title home and sitting with my family and enjoying it.
And you are in a division which is always a hot division, but in this country right now, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of hype around Dalton Smith, a lot of hype around Adam Azim. They're talking about a potential future fight there, but you are from these shores. Are you looking at those guys as your peers and potential future fights for you?
Yeah, possibility. Yeah, possibility. If you hold the title, if you hold whatever I want, I'm gonna go after them, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fight nobody unless I want to fight the best. So wherever they've got for the titles in my way, that's who I'm gonna fight. And do I believe I can beat them all? 100%, without a doubt.
And what can we expect from you on November 26th?
It's not going past fourth round. I'm gonna KO him, and then we'll keep on pushing on. But if the KO doesn't come, we'll keep on boxing to my best ability, which I can. I'm a fabulous boxer inside and out, and then so I'm going with the KO.
And who's going to win, Parker or Ryder?
May the best man win on the night.
So far, it's only Sonny Liston Ali who's actually given us a prediction, because he was sat next to John Ryder, who sort of threatened to punch him. Okay, all right. So let's keep it moving. Dennis the Menace McCann, Commonwealth title fight, big title. You must be buzzing.
I'm absolutely buzzing. I've fought for a couple of titles now. I've got 2 belts in 2 different weights, but this is the main belt now. It's a good belt. It's a good stepping stone. And
this, you're fighting Joe Ham. He looks like the most kind of credible opponent so far in your career. He's former Team GB. Are you treating him as the biggest test of your career so far?
100%. I'm fighting for the biggest title in my career as well. He's a very tough, durable man. It's his last shot. I feel like if he gets beat now, there's no other opportunities for him. But you got to remember, I chose him. He didn't choose me. So I'm looking for a devastating performance come November 26th.
Well, you became the first man to stop James Beach last time out. Joe Ham hasn't been stopped either. Are you looking to become the first man to stop Joe Ham?
100%. I don't think it's going to go the distance. If it does go the distance, which I'll shock myself with, I'm ready for 12 rounds. James Beach was a very, very, very tough guy as well, and they said I wouldn't stop him. People were saying it's going to be an upset, but I love that. That's what I love. I shine under pressure. I don't fold. Listen, I've been to Russia. I've boxed against Russians with 4,000 Russian people screaming around my ears, and by my own self, I went to Russia on a plane with a backpack. I've beaten Russians, Ukrainians, Bulgarians. The GB thing don't bother me at all. I was a 9-time national champion. I've beaten Olympians. Whoever comes in front of me, I beat him. I've met every style, so Joe Ham does not faze me at all.
It feels like you are starting to take some real step-ups now. Like, I can't believe you're only 21, by the way, but it feels like now the level is improving. You're turning the screw. Do you feel as though you're entering the next phase of your career now?
100%. I'm 21 years of age. The power I've been developing, especially in sparring, in the last 6 months, I feel like it's incredible. I've moved up to super bantamweight. My last fight was at featherweight, but it was at catchweight. It was 0.4 heavier now than one fight at neck, so it's not really much of a difference, you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm starting to really develop some power. And I feel like I've got power in both hands. I feel like there's definitely going to be a big knockout come November 26th.
You've had a baby now as well. How's that changed your life?
I never had a baby, Dev, I'm not going to lie to you, mate, but my missus has, yeah. No, I had a little girl, yeah.
I can't believe you are a father now. Dennis McCann is a father. Is that sort of sunk in yet?
It's crazy enough. She looks about as old as myself as well, that's the funny thing. So I mean, I look about 12. But yeah, it's fantastic. I've got something to fight for now, especially as well. I love a little girl, so I'm feeling blessed.
Well, congratulations. One final thing, because Joe Ham isn't here, let's assume that he's watching. And if he is watching, I'd like you to deliver him a message as to what's going to happen on November 26th. Let him know.
Put your hands down, your chin up. No, I'm definitely... Okay, listen. November 26th, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm in fantastic shape. I'm way ahead of schedule. I feel like I'm going to get him out of there. Very, very confident to take him out.
Now, you are sat next to Zach Parker. Who's going to win out of Zach Parker and John Ryder?
I think it's a fantastic fight. I think both men he's got skills, definitely got skills to pay the bills. I've been watching John since I was about 12 in some fantastic fights. And if you look at his resume, the men he's beat, it's been incredible. And I think he's done it the hard way, the old school way. Zach Parker as well, fantastic. He's on the horizon. Listen, it's a good fight. I want to sit in the fence, to be honest with you, because I don't want to get chinned on the way out. So I'm going to sit in the fence. There's a young man beside me, young and hungry. You got John Ryder here as well. He's a fantastic fighter as well. I'm going to sit in the fence. Say no more.
Thank you, Dennis. What is it with this fence? Again, it's only Sonny Liston Ali who's put his head above the parapet and given a solid prediction. So well done, Sonny. Well done.
These are scary guys, isn't it? Yeah, scary guys.
Let's bring in John Ryder. John, welcome. Great to have you. It's November 26th will be around 3 years since when you fought Callum Smith. The fight that you believe you won. The fight that could have changed your life. You could have been sat here as a unified super middleweight champion. Give me your opening thoughts heading into this fight with Zach Parker.
Listen, the past fights don't matter. Regardless of them, I'm here now. This is the toughest fight to date, the toughest opponent in front of me, and I'll give him all the respect he deserves.
Does it feel like the most important fight of your career?
Yeah, of course. At this stage of my career now, it feels like the winner stays on. So I think it's all about getting a win and not overlooking Zach, but just getting a win first and foremost November, and then you can build on after that.
Zach, your mic is live. You can feel free to have a conversation with John if you like. John, I'll put to you this comment. I've spoke to Zach recently. He said that you're too small. What do you think?
He's probably not the first person to say it. I think I've proved myself against the bigger man time and time again. Come up short, maybe undeservedly, but listen, I'm used to fighting bigger men. I struggle more when it's a smaller guy now.
Well, let's bring in Zach. Zach, an opportunity to double down on those comments and give us your feeling heading into this fight, the biggest fight of your career, big arena, big stage, November 26th.
Yeah, obviously I'm buzzing to. Is this working now? Yeah, obviously I'm buzzing to be fighting at the O2. First time I'm fighting and I'm headlining, so yeah, it's what dreams are made of. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing for the fight. We've been waiting for a big fight for a long time now, and yeah, I'm going to take it with both hands.
Too small?
He's bigger than what I thought, to be fair. now he stood next to me, but yeah, I believe I'm just I believe I'm the best in the supermodel division. So yeah, I'm gonna back myself. Yeah.
Callum Smith is big, and he had all sorts of bother with John Ryder. A lot of people say John Ryder should have been given the nod that night. What can you do that Callum Smith didn't in this fight?
Yeah, I just think he underestimated John. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be switched on, and I'll be ready for whatever John brings to the table. So, yeah, I'm just going to box my fight and Melly Bassman win.
And John, of course, Zach is unbeaten. 22 have tried, 22 have failed. What makes John Ryder so different?
I've been here before with unbeaten fighters. I went out to Vegas and fought Canelo's sparring partner, who was, I think, he's 16 or 18, I know at the time. I dispatched of him. I've been around the block. I've seen most styles. I've been in with most styles. I've seen it in the gym and time again. So nothing outweighs experience. I've gained a ton of experience in the years I've been in this game. And I look forward to fighting. We can sit here and talk all we want, but it all comes down to fight night.
Well, look, he's knocked out his last 5 in a row. Everyone that we've, as Queensberry, have put in front of him, they just seem to be crumbling. How can you ensure that you are not the next guy knocked out by Zach Parker?
Well, listen, I've had runner forms myself where I've gone 5 straight knockouts and probably against a better calibre of opposition. But listen, it's a learning curve. He's beat what's in front of him. He's dispatched of them, and he's looked good doing so. But listen, it's a different ball game now. We've got each other on November 26th, and we're in for a fight.
Zach, do you think he's still the same fighter that he was? I mean, when I come to speak to you a couple of weeks ago, you said, you're 28, you're coming into your prime. He's 34, he's getting on a little bit. What do you think? Yeah,
I'm just going to plan for the best John Ryder, what's going to come. So, yeah, obviously I'm the younger guy, but he's obviously got a lot more experience than me. But I'm just young and hungry, so I'm just ready for the 26th now. And I'm buzzing for the fight as well, because it's such a massive fight. And, yeah, I just believe I'm the better fighter.
I'm old and I'm starving.
Didn't know that.
Did you say you're old and you're starving?
I'm old and I'm starving, yeah.
Do you think you can knock him out, Zach?
When I go out and box, I believe I can knock anyone out. That's what the fans like to see. So I just keep providing. You've seen the last 5 fights, and yeah, I'm going to go out for the knockout again.
John, anything you want to say or anything you want to ask Zach?
At every point in every fight, someone tries to go for the knockout, and it doesn't always pay dividends. So we'll see fight night. If he goes looking for it too early, he could end up on his back himself.
We'll see, won't we?
Coming over to a Queensberry show as well, John. How are you feeling about that?
It's nice to be the peacemaker, the fixer, the person to bridge the gap. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. It's
been a bit of a difficult time in the gym right now. There's a lot going on, of course. There's a lot of stories out there, and of course Joe Cordina lost his world title somewhat harshly. Do you feel as though you're going to lift the spirits of the Sims gym? I'm sure I will. Yeah. We've got Maisie Rose Courtney making her debut this weekend. I'm sure she'll bring some happiness back to the gym. Other fighters coming out, Craig Richards, George Liddard. So yeah, I mean there's a few going before me. Zach, what have you seen in John Ryder? What sort of vulnerabilities have you seen that lend him to you winning?
I just think my style is just awkward, and obviously I'm a switch hitter. He's going to come and bring it, and so am I. So it's going to make out for a great fight for the fans. That's why everyone should be buying tickets. He's going to come and bring it and meet me in the middle. It's a lot better fight than the Andre fight as well, because he ain't go running. He's going to meet me square on. So yeah, it's going to make out for a good fight for the fans.
that the plan, John? Just to meet him straight on?
I suppose makes for a good fight, doesn't it?
Well, cheers to a good fight. Zach, give your final message as to what we can expect from this fight, and also, look, John's here. If you want to tell him anything, tell him.
No, just make sure everyone buys the tickets. It's going to be an unbelievable night. Seeing the undercard as well, there's a lot of talent on the card, so yeah, may the best man win on November 26th.
And over to you, John.
Yeah, same thing really. Come out, support. November 26th, had a great turnout in February in Ali Pally against Danny Jacobs, so more of the same, please. Let's get everyone out in force.
Well, there we have it. November 26th at this iconic venue for British boxing. Two of the very best super middleweights in the world collide for the WBO Interim Super Middleweight Championship. And we've got a stunning undercard as well. Tickets are on sale right now. Go to axs.com and watch it on BT Sport. If you can't come along, watch it on BT Sport November 26th. We're going to do a few photos, a few face-offs. Let's see if John Ryder is as small as Zach Parker thought. Let's find out. Thanks for joining us.